Hey y'all, Pawpaw here. Today I want to show you something that we built that's been one of the most practical little projects that I've ever taken on. It's our cargo trailer camper. Not something that we ever lived in full time, just a simple, affordable setup to get out and enjoy the outdoors without roughing it too much. I'll walk you through what I added, why I chose a cargo trailer over a traditional camper, and how we use it today. So why a cargo trailer? Well, for starters, I didn't want a leaky camper. Most used campers that are affordable either leak already or are about to. This trailer's got a solid metal roof, no rubber seams, and I sealed it myself with an extra coat of, actually 2 coats of Henry's Tropicool, which helps insulate it and it protects it even more. It's also lightweight and easy to tow, which matters when you're not driving a huge truck. And at just $4,300, I think I paid for it brand new, you can't beat it. It was a blank slate that I could customize exactly how I wanted, and it doesn't scream RV on the outside either. It's stealthy, clean looking, and multi-use. If I ever needed to haul something again or use it for work, I guess I could. But really, I just wanted a fancy tent. I'm too old to be crawling out of sleeping bags on the ground, so I want a good bed and air conditioning, and that's exactly what we built. Let me show you around the outside first. So the trailer's insulated and sealed. I installed an RV window in the door, and around back, I built a secondary interior wall. That way, even with the ramp down, the trailer stays fully enclosed and climate controlled. We use the ramp as a deck, and I even added leveling jacks to the bottom so I can set it up like a deck. And it's got a built-in umbrella holder, if you can see that right there. And my umbrella holder even has a mosquito net on it. So we've got some shade and bug protection when we're sitting and hanging out here on the deck. We also carry a 10 by 10 pop-up canopy, camping tables, and comfortable chairs for our setup. The trailer has a shore power hookup, which is great because we mostly camp at state parks or places with bathhouses and electricity. And that's why I didn't bother with putting a bathroom inside. I didn't feel like we needed one. Now here's the fun part, what we did inside. I took down the original plywood sheathing, and I added foam board insulation, and then I put the sheeting back up on the wall. For lighting, I added 12-volt LED lights to keep energy use low. And then for power, we've got right on the outside, I'll let you look up there. For power, we've got a 400-watt solar panel system on the roof feeding into a 200 amp hour lithium phosphate battery managed by a 1,000-watt all-in-one charge controller and inverter. It keeps the lights running, and it keeps our mini fridge going, and it can run our 5,000 BTU window unit for a little bit of time if the sun's really shining well and the battery's topped off. But most of the time when I'm running my air conditioner, I have my shore power hooked up. See our little kitchen area, which is basically just a little bar I built here out of plywood. I took an $8 stainless steel bowl from Walmart, drilled a hole in the bottom, and put a little sink drainer in it. And that just drains straight down into this little water jugs that I get from Walmart. And that one I keep as just my drain jug. And then over here, that's the actual one I'll keep full, and I'll bring 2 or 3 sometimes on a camping trip. And if you'll notice, it siphons up to this little deal. This is a cool little thing. You can get these off of Amazon really cheap. I think I spent less than $20 on this. It's rechargeable. I have it charging right now because it's springtime and we're getting the camper all cleaned up and ready to go camping. But you'll notice there. And it's just enough water to wash your hands, brush your teeth in the morning. And it just simply drains down straight into our little bottle. And then when that's full, or whenever I want to, I just empty that. And that's our little simple water system for sinks and to get drinking water. Because what we get there, that's bottled drinking water. So, and then there's a little bit of storage under there. And then as we come around, this is just a storage space. I got one of my little cooktop there that I take outside. I don't cook in here with it. It just sits there for the moment. Coming from the sink, we go around. We have my solar system here. That's a 1,000-watt inverter slash charge controller. It's an all-in-one unit. The solar panels come into that unit. It charge controls and sends it down to the battery. Then the battery sends it back out in the form of 12 volt. I have a 12 volt fuse box there, and that's what runs my lights and any of my 12 volt appliances. And then this is also a 1,000 watt inverter that goes to this box, which distributes the power. And I have a couple of 120 volt outlets for that. And then I have one back in the back here, which runs our 5,000 watt window unit air conditioner. I looked at different things. I looked at a rooftop air conditioner like in a traditional RV. I looked at mini splits, which I love mini splits normally. And then I also looked at the portable air conditioners that you can just sit in your room and vent outside. And they all have their pros and cons, but the great thing about an old window shaker, as they call them, is this thing is super cheap. I think I got maybe $135 in that little window unit from Walmart. And if anything ever happens to it while we're out camping on the road, we can run to Walmart, grab another one for 150 bucks, throw it in there, and we're done. So it's just way cheaper. During the shoulder months, like during the fall or the spring when we don't really need an air conditioner, I could always just take it out real simply from the window and leave it at home, and that would cut down our weight and give us a little more view out that window. But anyway, so then we have this little mini fridge here. Now I love this little mini fridge. It's pretty low power usage. I think it uses 30 watts. And of course, the refrigerator cycles on and off, so it's not 30 watts continuous. And so I can actually run this just with my solar system if I want to. I've tried that and it's not a problem. And it's pretty good size to be a mini fridge. And there again, it was pretty affordable. Got it. That's another Walmart find. But what I really like about it, we need to clean it out here. But if you notice, it's pretty spacious for a freezer. And me and my wife, when we're out camping, we like our ice cream. So that's why I splurged on a little bit bigger mini fridge. Then if you go around, you'll see I have my 12 volt lights, which are just kind of regular, normal RV lights here. And then I put shelves on either side and got these little baskets from the Dollar Tree. And my wife, of course, had to have alternating colors so that they would match. And that holds quite a bit of stuff, believe it or not. We keep extra toilet paper, napkins, some of our clothes, but mostly stuff like towels, washcloths. We have our bicycle helmets up here. Here's our National Parks passport. I have it up here. I have my fishing poles kind of hid up here out of the way. My wife's big floppy hat. So, have all of that. And then that brings us down here to our couch. And I built this, don't laugh, it's nothing fancy, but I built this little pedestal here so that we could have storage underneath. So that's where we keep our totes that we put our actual clothes in when we're camping or when we're out somewhere. But this is a nice little fold-out sofa that I love. They're very comfortable. And during the day, we can just sit on this couch. And then if you come to this side, well, we got our outdoor rug in here stored. But if you come to this side, I made this part flips down and meets that. And once it does, that these little legs pop out on either end for support. And then the lip lays on top of the edge of this side. So this unhinges. I got it locked on both ends. And it drops down just like that. Sorry, that was very loud. So, drops down like so. And then your couch spins around. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. And now you've got room for a queen size bed. And I can't remember if this is, we have two of these mattresses. One's in the house and one's out here. One of them is a queen and one is a full. I can't remember which one's which. But anyway, plenty enough room for me and my wife to lay and sleep right there. We're not super tall people, neither one of us. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Not a lot of fancy trim in here. I'd like to do some more stuff. Got a few little hangers here and there, but we kept it really simple. Got the important things. We got a comfortable bed. We have an air conditioner. We have a refrigerator. We have some water if we need it to wash our hands, brush our teeth, or get a drink of water. And then we have lights, of course. So the only other thing we need that we didn't put in here, of course, is a bathroom. But I did that on purpose because 99% of the time when we go camping, we go to state parks or somewhere that has a nice bathhouse, and it has shore power too, usually. So I find I don't even really use the solar power as often as I thought I would. Although I could boondock with this if I wanted to. Anyway, so that's that. Now I'll take you outside real quick and show you around the outside a little bit more. So this is a 6x12 trailer, an enclosed cargo trailer. I paid $4,300 cash for it when it was brand new. So it's an affordable way to make a little camper. And to be honest with you, if somebody needed a place to live, a single person or a couple, I mean, I could probably get by temporarily in one of these. So, and I just have a Ford F-150. Nothing fancy. It's not even four-wheel drive. It pulls it. You can't even tell it's back there. So what I did is I put I put ladder racks on the top. And that's how I mounted my solar panels, because I didn't want the solar panels to mount onto my roof itself. Y'all look at our garden. My wife's flowers are a-blooming. Everything's waking up, aren't they? Look at there. Did you see her old-timey climbing rose bush? Man, that thing, oh, we got a bloom. We got a bloom. Look at there. I got to get in here and put her, she wants some of that white gravel. The rocks all here in these walkways I made for her. I got to get in here and put that in. Maybe I'll do that this spring sometime before it gets too hot. Y'all look at my asparagus. My asparagus bed is getting a little unruly. I'm going to have to put something up here to hold them back. Look at all that asparagus. It's only the second spring. I planted them last spring. This is the second year. So I really can't harvest them yet. I wanted to give it one more year before I really started harvesting it. So I'm just going to let it fern out like it's doing. And then next year, we'll have plenty of asparagus in that one little bed. And hopefully it'll outlast me. They say a good asparagus bed will live 25 to 50 years if you take care of it. All right. Got a little decoration there I bought off of Amazon for like 15 bucks. Little piece of vinyl. And let me just say, if you want a good portable ladder, these are awesome. My daughter bought me this for Father's Day last year, or maybe the year before. And it folds up. I'll show you in a minute. But that is the best thing ever. So these cargo trailers come with little vents. And what it is, it's an inlet here, and then there's an opposite vent a second vent on the opposite bottom corner, and it's for air circulation as you're going down the road. But what I used it for is a waterproof way to get my solar panel wires in without drilling a hole. I tried to not drill holes in this trailer as often as I could. I tried to do everything I could factory. Let me come up here and show you the roof. So here's my solar panels. It's 4 100-watt Renogy solar panels. And they're sitting on a 1 by 1 inch piece of aluminum bar, aluminum square tubing that runs between 2 ladder racks. And this top is actually all metal, but I did put the rubber elastomer. It's Henry's Tropicool. It helps reflect the heat as well as insulates and seals it up so that it doesn't leak. Although it wouldn't leak anyway because it's all metal. It's a little pricey, but it's a good extra protection to go on top of your roof. It's really filthy right now from all the pollen because we haven't been out anywhere with it. I need to get up here and clean it. I was up here cleaning the solar panels off and washing them off. Y'all watch me put this ladder up. That's how easy it is. And it lives right there. So if I ever need it while we're out camping, that's where it lives, in the little garage there. So here's what I love about this build. It gave us a comfortable, reliable way to camp without the price tag or headaches of a used RV. We tested our solar setup here. We figured out what kind of insulation we'd want. We learned our real power needs, and we did it all in a space that's light, simple, and flexible. If I want to change something later, pull a wall out or add more batteries, whatever, I can. That's the beauty of starting small. So no, we never lived in this trailer, but it's been one of the smartest steps we made on the journey of tiny living. If you're thinking about building a camper or testing your off-grid ideas before going all in, a cargo trailer like this might be just the thing to try it with. And if you want help planning your setup or just want to talk it through with folks who get it, come join the Porch. AskPawPaw.com/porch. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see how I install that new Renogy battery. I'll be posting the full install on Friday's toolbox video. So thanks for stopping by, neighbor, and I'll see y'all next time.